Lucas Roth, CFA, CPA, and Realtor. I'm here to help you make money in real estate. We're going to talk about rent control. And the only way to talk about rent control is to use a picture. So that's what we're going to do. So here you have a y-axis, price, and an x-axis, which is quantity, okay? And I'm just speaking just economics 101. Go to the first day of class, this is what you'll learn. You have a supply line and you have a demand curve, okay? As the price of something goes up, people will make more and more and more of it. It's just common sense, right? As the price goes up, people will demand less and less and less of it. As an example, if I go to McDonald's and they say Big Macs are $1, I'm going to buy 4 because I love Big Macs. If they say a Big Mac is $4, I'm going to get 0 because I stick to the dollar menu. This also applies to rent and housing, okay? So this is like studio apartments, okay? That's what the supply and that's what the demand is on this graph. So there's going to be an equilibrium price, and let's just say that's $2,000 per month. That's the rent. And there's going to be a supply, and let's just say it's 50,000 of these units in the Seattle area. So equilibrium is where supply meets the demand, okay? Here's what rent control does. Rent control, okay. So what it does is it imposes an artificial price ceiling on a good. And let's say Kashama Sawant in her great wisdom decides $1,500 is the right amount of rent for a studio apartment. What happens is that the supply decreases, okay? So this supply line, you can't put in a rent control and then make the supply line move. That doesn't move the supply line, okay? Because the supply line is composed of people, let's say developers, right? Who are looking at projects and they're saying, okay, at $2,000 per unit per month, I can build this project and I can make money. I'm gonna move forward on this project. And the exact same project at $1,500 per month won't make any sense at all. They'll lose money to build the project. So they will make the obvious choice to not build it, right? So new housing supply is cut off. And then also a lot of housing that already exists will then be torn down to make for sale housing, or it will just not be maintained at all. People won't spend a penny fixing up properties which are renting for less than what they're worth, okay? So here's what happens is that renters hear about rent control and they say, this is an awesome idea. I love this idea because right now I pay $2,000 per month in rent. And once they enact this rent control, I'm going to pay $1,500 for this unit. But we got to continue sticking with the graph and see what happens when you do rent control. Here's what happens. Now, once you've imposed this rent control and the price is $1,500 a month, there will be demand for, let's say, 60,000 units. However, the supply is decreasing, and now the supply is only 40,000 units. So what happens is everybody thinks, oh, my rent's going to go down. Well, you might be right. You might be wrong. What happens is if you're one of these people right here, this worked out awesome for you. Congratulations. Your rent went down and you still have a unit, these 40,000 people, right? However, there's going to be demand for 60,000 units and there will only be 40,000 units. So for these people, these 20,000 people right here, you used to have the availability of $2,000 rent units. They used to be available. Now they're not. So all of these people want housing, but it doesn't exist for them. Okay. So that's rent control. That's economics 101. Somebody should tell the Seattle Council about this. Maybe they'll watch the video. That'd be awesome if they watched the video and they responded to this. LucasRoth.com. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.